Stop right there. Before you scroll away, I want to ask you something that will change how you see the world forever. Do you think being kind keeps you safe? Do you believe kindness protects you? That generosity earns loyalty? That honesty builds respect? If so, you're living inside the most dangerous illusion society has ever created. Here's the truth. Kindness isn't protection, it's exposure. The world doesn't always reward your softness. It punishes it. Niccolò Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. He watched kind rulers fall, good men destroyed, generous souls betrayed by those they tried to help. He saw that kindness, without strategy, leads to ruin. In the next few minutes, I'll show you why unchecked kindness makes you weak, and the rules to turn it into power. Let's get something straight before we go any further. I'm not telling you to become cruel. I'm not asking you to stop being kind. What I'm showing you is how to stop using kindness like a reflex and start using it like a weapon. Because when kindness is blind, it destroys you. But when it's strategic, it protects you. Machiavelli never said that kindness was weakness. What he warned was that uncontrolled virtue turns rulers into prey. When you hand out your goodness without purpose, it stops being noble. It becomes self-sabotage. You give without limits, apologize for existing, and hope that the world will repay you for your good heart. It won't. The world doesn't run on fairness. It runs on leverage. That's why you need strategic kindness, the ability to use your goodness intentionally, to show warmth when it strengthens your position, to help when it aligns with your goals, to forgive only when it preserves your power. The purpose of kindness isn't to be liked. It's to stay respected while keeping your advantage. From this moment on, stop being kind for approval. Be kind for control. Every act of compassion should be deliberate, not desperate. The same fire that warms can also burn. It's your choice which one it becomes. Say it now. I choose strategic kindness. From today, your kindness won't make you a victim. It'll make you untouchable. Think about the kindest person you know. The one who always says yes, who helps everyone, who forgives before the apology even leaves someone's mouth. Now ask yourself, are they respected? Or are they the person everyone calls when they need something? The truth is, kindness without boundaries doesn't make you safe. It makes you predictable. And in a world driven by self-interest, predictability is the same as weakness. When you're always available, people stop valuing your presence. When you never push back, they stop fearing your absence. You become the one they rely on, but never respect. The person who's always there, but never chosen first. Machiavelli understood this long ago. The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps, and a lion to frighten wolves. But most people, they live as sheep, smiling while the wolves circle closer. Kindness exposes you when it's not backed by strength. It teaches others how to use you. It tells them you'll sacrifice yourself before you let them be uncomfortable. That isn't virtue. It's surrender. True kindness must be paired with power, or it will be mistaken for permission. Because when people believe you'll tolerate anything, they'll test you until you break. Remember this. Every time you say yes when you mean no, You teach the world that your feelings are optional. Comment below. I protect my energy. Here's something few people ever realize. The more you give, the less you're valued. Sounds cruel, doesn't it? But look closely at your own life. The people you've given the most to, are they the ones who treat you best, or the ones who take you for granted? That's the hidden paradox of kindness. Generosity feels noble at first, but when it's constant, it breeds entitlement. What begins as gratitude turns into expectation, and finally, into resentment when you stop feeding the habit. Machiavelli understood the psychology of power long before modern science explained it. People adapt to comfort. They grow addicted to it. When you give endlessly, your generosity becomes invisible. It's no longer a gift, it's their right. And when you finally stop giving, they call you selfish. They don't remember the 9 times you said yes. They remember the 1 time you said no. This is what I call the generosity trap. When kindness becomes routine, it loses its edge. Value only exists in contrast, in scarcity. As Machiavelli once wrote, benefits ought to be conferred gradually, and in that way they will taste better. If you want your kindness to mean something, don't give it away carelessly. Make it rare. Make it intentional. Let people earn it. Here's a truth that most people will never accept. The world doesn't care about your intentions. It only cares about your image. People don't judge your heart. They judge your presentation. That's why so many powerful individuals wear what Machiavelli called the mask of virtue. They appear kind, compassionate, and noble, but beneath that calm surface lies calculation, timing, and strategy. You see, pretending to be good is often more effective than actually being good, because perception rules power. The world rewards appearance, not authenticity. The politician smiles for the cameras. The executive praises teamwork while planning domination. And the influencer preaches kindness while chasing influence. This isn't hypocrisy, it's control. True strength lies in mastering duality. You show empathy when it disarms the room. You display kindness when it earns you trust. You show forgiveness when it serves your goals. But behind that mask, you remain aware, strategic, and disciplined. Machiavelli said, "Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are." And that's the essence of power. Real kindness isn't about transparency. It's about timing. Like a skilled surgeon, you cut to heal, not to harm. Sometimes your compassion will look cruel. Sometimes your silence will look cold. But when your goal is preservation and strength, appearances are tools, not truths. Comment this affirmation below. I control my image, because if you don't shape how the world sees you, it will decide for you, and you won't like the result. Everything you do, every favor, every act of kindness, every hour you give away comes at a cost. Most people never calculate it. They think their time and energy are infinite resources, that saying yes to everyone makes them virtuous. But Machiavelli would call that delusion, because power, like wealth, requires management. When you spend your strength on everyone else, you bankrupt yourself. Kindness, when uncontrolled, becomes an economy of debt. Every gesture you make adds a line to someone's ledger. Your time here, your effort there, your emotional energy everywhere. But here's the problem. You're the only one keeping track. Everyone else thinks your help is free, until you have nothing left to give. Think of your kindness as capital. When invested wisely, it creates allies, loyalty, and opportunities. When spent recklessly, it builds dependence and resentment. The people who drain you aren't villains. They're investors who never intend to pay dividends. And if you keep financing their comfort, you'll never have the resources to build your own empire. The brutal truth is this: every yes is also a no. When you say yes to helping someone else, you're saying no to your own priorities, your own growth, your own rest. Eventually, that imbalance destroys your value, both to yourself and to others. The strongest individuals in history weren't endlessly generous. They were strategically selective. They knew that saying no wasn't cruelty. It was command. Machiavelli said, "He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command." You can't command others if you can't command yourself. Guard your time. Protect your focus. Let your energy serve your mission, not everyone else's. Because when your well runs dry, no one will refill it for you. They'll simply move on to the next source of kindness. I'm not asking you to abandon kindness, mercy, or honesty. I'm asking you to master them. Think of your virtues as weapons, not ornaments. A sword hanging on the wall looks noble, but it can't defend you. The same goes for your goodness. Unused, it's decoration. Directed, it's power. Machiavelli understood that the most powerful people in history weren't cruel by nature. They were strategic by necessity. They helped when it strengthened alliances, forgave when it secured loyalty, and showed mercy when it preserved their legacy. They didn't waste kindness on the ungrateful, or honesty on the undeserving. Every act of virtue served a purpose. You must learn to do the same. Be generous, but only to those who value your generosity. Be honest, but only when truth strengthens your position. Be forgiving, but only when it reinforces your authority. Every virtue has its moment, and outside that moment, it turns against you. The difference between a fool and a strategist isn't morality. It's timing. Before you say yes, ask yourself, does this serve my mission? Before you help, ask, will this make me stronger or weaker? And before you forgive, ask, am I teaching loyalty or entitlement? If the answer weakens your power, it's not virtue, it's vanity. Strategic virtue doesn't mean becoming heartless. It means becoming effective. The strongest people use goodness like a scalpel, precisely, intentionally, and only when it heals. The weak use it like a blindfold, hoping it hides their fear. Remember this, a well-placed act of kindness can build empires. A misplaced one can destroy them. Comment below. I choose effective kindness. Here's a truth that most people can't handle. Gratitude fades. The favors you do, the sacrifices you make, the help you offer. It all has an expiration date in people's minds. The more consistently kind you are, the faster your kindness becomes invisible. What once felt like a gift turns into an expectation, and eventually, an obligation. You see this everywhere. At work, when you always stay late, people stop thanking you. They start assuming you will. In relationships, when you always compromise, your effort stops being noticed. It becomes the baseline. And when you finally say no, suddenly you're the selfish one. This is the illusion of gratitude. People don't remember the comfort you provided. They remember the moment you stopped providing it. Machiavelli would call this a failure of perception. Humans adapt to privilege faster than they appreciate it. The more someone receives from you, the less they value it. Over time, your giving loses emotional weight. They no longer see generosity. They see obligation. It's not evil. It's human nature. This is why those who help endlessly often end up bitter and alone. They expect appreciation that never comes. But Machiavelli taught something profound. Men judge more by the eye than by the hand. People see what you do now, not what you did before. Your past kindness disappears into the background of memory, and your current resistance becomes your entire reputation. To master this, you must understand that gratitude is a fleeting currency. If you want lasting respect, don't trade in gratitude. Trade in impact. Make your help meaningful, not constant. Create moments of power, not patterns of dependence. Let your absence remind people of your worth, because sometimes stepping back says more than giving ever will. Kindness alone won't save you. History doesn't remember the endlessly nice. It remembers those who turned compassion into command. The truth is, survival comes before sainthood. You can't help anyone if you're broken, drained, or defeated. Even Machiavelli knew that a ruler's first duty wasn't to be loved. It was to endure, because only the strong can protect, and only the wise can lead. Look at the world's most impactful figures. They weren't gentle pushovers. They were disciplined strategists. They knew when to hold back, when to fight, when to show mercy. They understood that being good is not about pleasing everyone. It's about building something that lasts, because kindness without strength is fragility. But kindness with strength becomes legacy. So ask yourself, will you keep giving blindly until the world takes everything from you? Or will you rise, sharpen your virtue, and use it to carve your path through the chaos? You now know the dark truth of kindness. It can destroy you, or it can define you. The choice is yours. Use it strategically, wield it with purpose, and let it become your edge. If this opened your eyes, hit that like button, share this video with someone who gives too much, and subscribe for more truth that cuts deeper than comfort. Because remember, your kindness isn't weakness, it's a weapon. Wield it wisely.